Do you know the butt whooping that you're to face in eviction court? Stay tuned for another segment of the Landlord's Tale. Hey, my rockstar landlords and friends. This is Tevis Red coming to you with another sad saga of the Landlord's Tale. Before we begin, a quick reminder. We are the answer to your worst nightmare. That non-paying, venomous tenant that has barricaded themselves in your property. We are the legal crowbar. We are the pest control operators that will get your property back and give you peace of mind. But I digress. On with the story. I was talking to a client yesterday who asked me, Tevis, what is your why? I've done a lot of things in this legal realm, from being a landlord to being an advocate for landlords, and this story both haunts and resonates with me, and it encapsulates my why, so I'm pleased to share it with you. So here goes. I was in eviction court facing down the tenants' rights attorney before the judge on my case. Next case after me was this slight 70-year-old Asian woman, gray hair, a bit slumped over, and definitely a deer in the headlights look as she approached the judge in the bench. As she approached the judge before us, I think she misunderstood the judge's words when the judge said, "Go out in the hallway and see if you can make a deal." Well, poor Mrs. Yoon went out and she sucked it up and she accepted whatever the tenant rights attorney offered her. And she had no idea of the butt whooping that she was experiencing. Oh, this vermin was barricaded in this poor woman's home for the past 9 months. Yes, it takes months and months and months to get these grifters out. Also, word to the wise, never accept a settlement. Ask for a continuance and give us a call. We'll help you with this. All right, back to the story. What she agreed to in the hallway was an abomination, and it was plain sad. I watched this happen in front of me. The judge asked this frail 70-year-old Asian woman, "Do you agree to waive all past rents? Is that correct?" She replied in a scared voice, "Yes, sir." The judge went on, "You also agree, Mrs. Yoon, that you will allow tenants to stay in your property for an additional 6 months after this trial, and you are not to harass nor can you contact them whatsoever for the 6 months." She sheepishly agreed to that also. Now, the third and final nail in the coffin. The judge asked Mrs. Yoon, "You agree that the record of this eviction will be sealed, meaning if you or I as a landlord search the Perez's, her case will not show up?" With tears in her eyes, Mrs. Yoon said, "Yes." The judge said, "We're done. It'll be my ruling. Please go see the clerk and you'll get your writ of possession." Mrs. Yoon looked like she got hit by a truck. Walks over to the clerk of court to get her writ of possession. And the clerk handed it to her. She said, "What do I do with this?" The clerk responded tersely, "Ma'am, I cannot give you legal advice. Go down to the second floor to legal aid, see if anybody can help you there." Mrs. Yoon then turned and stared in the audience with glassy and bewildered eyes and walked out of the courtroom. My heart broke. I was in the middle of my bare-fisted ball in the same courthouse, so I didn't have time to come to her aid. Now I've made it my life's work to help you and to help the Mrs. Yuns of the world long before she gives up her landlord rights to these freeloading, predatory tenants who take advantage of us in the court that protects these tenants. This is my why. You can find me on TikTok, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on YouTube, and a couple other places. Please like, subscribe, comment, ask questions in the comments. And if you're in crisis, just give me a call. We are the fixer to your nightmare. And again, if you are self-represented, do not accept a ridiculosity settlement offer and give away all of your landlord rights. Call us. We will be your calm in the storm. So next time, be safe in these crazy times. We circle the wagons and we take care of each other. We are Triumvirate Law and Squatter Lockout. We are your sharp tip of the spear.